Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Have you ever conversed with a woman and later wondered if she was flirting with me? Was that just friendly, or did it mean something more? Women rarely say "I like you" outright. Instead, they communicate attraction subtly, through tone, word choice, and little verbal cues that, if you're not paying attention, can go completely unnoticed. And that's where many guys miss their shot. Not because the opportunity wasn't there, but because they didn't recognize it. That's why today we're breaking down 5 key phrases women use when interested in you. These aren't just random compliments or throwaway comments. They're deliberate, often subconscious signals that she sees you differently from other men. And if you understand how to pick up on these hints and respond correctly, you can naturally build attraction and deepen the connection without second-guessing yourself. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know precisely what to listen for and have the perfect responses to keep the conversation flowing and the attraction growing. Let's dive in. 1. I don't usually do this, but the hidden confession. When a woman says, "I don't usually do this, but," she reveals more than just words. This phrase is a subtle yet powerful signal, an admission that she is stepping outside her usual boundaries for you. It could come up in different contexts. Maybe she initiates contact first, shares something deeply personal, or allows physical intimacy earlier than she typically would. Regardless of the situation, the underlying message remains the same. You are an exception. You stand out from other men she has encountered. Women are deeply aware of how they are perceived socially. Every action, especially in romantic dynamics, carries an unspoken weight. By vocalizing that this moment is different, she ensures you recognize its significance. It is not just about the act, but the emotions behind it. She wants you to know that you hold a place in her mind that others have not. She gives you a glimpse into her internal struggle between maintaining control and letting herself be swept up in the moment. Men often misinterpret or mishandle this situation. The most common mistake is overreacting, showing too much excitement, surprise, or gratitude, making you seem less confident and less experienced. Another misstep is questioning her sincerity. If you respond with something like, "Really, are you sure?" it forces her to rethink her decision and may cause her to retreat. And perhaps the worst mistake of all is taking it too seriously. Overanalyzing her words, making the moment feel heavier than it should be, and unintentionally breaking the natural flow of attraction. A man who understands female psychology knows how to respond in a way that maintains intrigue. The key is to remain calm, composed, and slightly playful. A confident smirk, steady eye contact, and a response that keeps the moment light and effortless will only draw her in further. Saying something like, "I won't tell anyone if you don't," keeps the interaction flirtatious while maintaining the mystery. Or responding with, "I don't usually hear that, but I'll take it," subtly mirrors her words, making her feel understood without making it a big deal. The moment she sees that you are unfazed, that you are used to women stepping outside their own rules for you, is when her attraction deepens. The psychology behind this phrase is rooted in trust, validation, and emotional connection. She wants to believe that she is making the right choice, and that her decision to break her rules is justified. By reacting in a way that reassures her without making her feel self-conscious, you allow the moment to unfold naturally. This is not about manipulation, but about understanding the subtle dynamics of attraction. A woman does not want to feel judged for her emotions. She wants to feel safe in them. And when she senses that safety with you, the doors to a deeper connection open effortlessly. to, "You're different from other guys." The ultimate green flag. When a woman tells you, "You're different from other guys," she reveals more than just a compliment. She is making a subconscious admission that you stand out in her mind, that she has placed you in a category apart from the men she has encountered. Women do not evaluate men in isolation. They assess, they compare, and they contrast. If she sees something in you that feels fresh, exciting, or uniquely valuable, she is already forming an emotional attachment. Whether she is aware of it or not, this moment marks the beginning of a shift in how she perceives you. There are two primary reasons why she might say this. The first stems from negative past experiences. If she has dealt with emotionally unavailable men who failed to make her feel seen or appreciated, then your ability to be present, engaged, and emotionally grounded makes you seem like an oasis in the desert. If she has been with weak or passive men who lacked confidence, your assertiveness and decisiveness feel like a welcome change. If her past partners had no ambition, drive, or more significant purpose, watching you move through life with clear direction and conviction sparks a deep attraction that she cannot ignore. The second reason is that she sees you as uniquely valuable compared to the men she has encountered. It is not just about being different, but about being better in ways that matter to her. Women instinctively recognize men of high status, not just in terms of money or social power, but in terms of self-possession, confidence, and the ability to remain unaffected by external pressures. If she tells you that you are different, she acknowledges that you possess qualities she does not commonly find. This is where contrast bias plays a crucial role. Human beings perceive things not in isolation, but in their past experiences. If you are in stark contrast to what she has known, you become far more compelling. The stronger the difference, the more she will feel drawn to you. But this is where many men mishandle the moment. Some react with arrogance, thinking they have already won her over, responding with an inflated ego that turns attraction into disinterest. Others become awkward, unsure how to accept the compliment, fumbling through an uninspired "oh thanks" that kills the momentum. And some dismiss it entirely, treating it as insignificant and missing a golden opportunity to deepen the connection. The key to responding effectively lies in curiosity and engagement. When she tells you you're different, do not brush it off. Instead, lean in. Encourage her to reveal what she truly means. A simple "what do you mean?" forces her to articulate why she sees you in this light. It makes her reflect on the qualities that set you apart, reinforcing in her mind that you are not just another man. There is something about you that is rare and valuable. Alternatively, you can flip the focus back onto her by asking, "What kind of guys are you usually around?" This does two things. It gets her talking about her past relationships, allowing her to open up and build deeper rapport with you, and it helps you understand what she values, what she has tolerated before, and what she is ultimately searching for. The more she talks about how you differ from the men she has known, the more she convinces herself of your worth. She consciously or unconsciously recognizes that she has never met someone like you. That realization changes everything. She starts wondering why she finds you so compelling, why she enjoys your presence more than she expected, and why she cannot quite place you in the same category as the men she has encountered in the past. This is how deep attraction is built, not through grand gestures or rehearsed lines, but through small, powerful moments of emotional realization. When a woman sees you as rare, she craves you in a way she cannot explain. The rarest things in life are always the most sought after, and when she starts to believe that you are not just another man, but a once-in-a-lifetime kind of man, she will do whatever it takes to keep you in her life. 3. I wish more guys were like you. The silent invitation. When a woman says, I wish more guys were like you, it may seem like a simple compliment, but it carries far greater weight beneath the surface. This isn't just an offhand remark. It's an indirect but intentional signal, revealing her perspective on men and her feelings about you. The key to understanding this phrase lies in what it implies: scarcity, contrast, and a silent invitation. Women experience attraction in comparison to their past, not in isolation. When she expresses that you are different from other men, she's highlighting a contrast that works in your favor. If she has been with selfish men, a man who listens and genuinely cares about her thoughts feels like fresh air. If she has dealt with passive men, a man who confidently leads is exciting. If her past partners were immature, a man with purpose and direction becomes almost irresistible. Her words aren't just an observation, they are an expression of appreciation, and in many cases, a subtle hint that she's open to something more. But the power of this phrase doesn't just come from the compliment itself. It's also about what she's revealing about her own experiences. When a woman makes this statement, she is indirectly telling you that she has been disappointed by other men. Whether it was a lack of emotional depth, a failure to meet her standards, or a general dissatisfaction, she signals that you stand out because you offer something she hasn't found elsewhere. The underlying message is clear. You are not like the rest, making you valuable in her eyes. However, how you respond to this statement is just as important as what it means. The biggest mistake men make is overplaying their reaction, acting too flattered and losing their composure or dismissing it outright. The key is to acknowledge the compliment without appearing overly eager. A confident and playful response keeps the dynamic engaging. Instead of saying thank you, try something that keeps the intrigue alive. A smirk followed by, "That's sweet, but if there were more of me, I wouldn't be as special, would I?" adds a touch of self-assured charm while subtly reinforcing your uniqueness. Or you could say, "Well, I guess you're one of the lucky ones then," which turns the compliment around in a flirtatious way, making her feel like she's the one who has stumbled upon something rare. The psychological effect of this exchange is powerful. By handling her statement with confidence and a hint of playful detachment, you subtly reinforce the idea that you are valuable, not because she said so, but because you already believe it. Women are drawn to men who carry themselves with a quiet sense of self-worth, men who don't need validation to know their value. When you accept her words too eagerly or seek further confirmation, you risk shifting the dynamic, turning yourself into another man hoping for her approval. Attraction is not about proving yourself. It's about embodying a presence that naturally draws her in. When she tells you she wishes more men were like you, she opens a door, inviting you to recognize your unique position in her mind. But it's up to you to walk through that door in a way that keeps her interest alive. Playfulness, confidence, and a touch of mystery turn a passing compliment into an opportunity for a deeper connection. So the next time a woman tells you, "I wish more guys were like you," don't just take it as words. See it for what it truly is. A sign that you're already in her mind, a moment of contrast that makes you stand out, and perhaps the beginning of something more. 4. You're so annoying. The flirty push-pull. When a woman playfully says, "You're so annoying," most men make the critical mistake of taking it literally. They assume she's frustrated, responding with confusion, defensiveness, or an awkward attempt to justify their actions. But many fail to realize that this phrase isn't a complaint. It's a form of flirtation, wrapped in a subtle test. She's pushing to see how you'll react, teasing to create tension, and gauging whether you can handle a bit of playful resistance. The men who fail this test take it too seriously or try too hard to turn it back on her. The men who pass, they meet her energy with confidence, making the interaction even more engaging. Attraction thrives on unpredictability. If everything feels too smooth, too predictable, the emotional charge disappears. Teasing adds an element of uncertainty, a moment where both people are slightly off balance in the best way possible. This is why women tease men they're interested in. It keeps the interaction fresh and exciting. When she says, "You're so annoying," she's not pushing you away. She's pulling you in by creating a playful challenge. She wants to see if you can match her wit, handle her energy, and if you're the kind of man who can make her feel something different from the ordinary. But here's where many men go wrong. Some take the phrase at face value and respond with, "Wait, what did I do?" showing insecurity and a need for validation. Others get defensive and say, "I'm not annoying," immediately kills the flirtation. And then some overcompensate, trying too hard to turn it back on her with, "No, you're annoying," which comes across as forced rather than natural. None of these reactions build attraction because they miss the point. She's not looking for an argument or an explanation. She's seeking a confident, playful response that keeps the tension alive. So what should you do instead? The best response is to lean into the tease rather than fight against it. If she says, "You're so annoying," simply smile and reply, "Yeah, but you love it." This does two things. It acknowledges her playfulness without giving away any power, and it subtly reinforces that she enjoys your presence. Another great response is, "You should see me when I try," which adds an extra layer of mystery, making her wonder what else you can do. The key here is relaxed confidence, the ability to stay calm and collected, rather than scrambling to correct the situation. When you handle teasing well, you create an irresistible dynamic. Women are drawn to men who can challenge them in a fun way, who don't take themselves too seriously, and who understand the unspoken game of flirtation. She becomes more intrigued when she realizes that she can't easily throw you off, and that you aren't desperately seeking her approval. The push and pull of teasing make interactions feel alive, adding a layer of excitement that separates you from other men who respond with dull, predictable reactions. This concept applies beyond just words. It's about energy and presence. If a woman playfully shoves you after a joke, don't stiffen up or pull away. Escalate the fun by gently teasing her back. If she playfully rolls her eyes at you, don't get offended. Smirk and say, "That's cute, do it again." The goal is to show you're comfortable in your skin and welcome the challenge, rather than retreating from it. At its core, playful teasing is a sign of emotional confidence. Women instinctively test men to see how they respond under pressure, whether it's a sarcastic remark, a flirty jab, or a playful insult. If you pass these small tests quickly, she begins to see you as a man in control of himself, someone who can handle light-hearted teasing and the deeper complexities of a relationship. This builds an attraction beyond words. It taps into something primal, making her feel the excitement of the unknown. So, the next time a woman playfully tells you, "You're so annoying," don't see it as a slight. See it for what it is. A challenge to rise to, a moment of flirtation to enjoy, and an opportunity to show her that you're the kind of man who can keep her entertained, engaged, and always wanting more. 5. I feel like I can tell you anything. The emotional connection trigger. When a woman looks at you and says, "I feel like I can tell you anything," It's more than a passing remark. It signals that you've crossed into rare and valuable territory, the realm of deep emotional trust. Women don't form attraction the same way men do. While physical attraction plays a role, the foundation of a lasting emotional bond is built through conversation, vulnerability, and shared experiences. When a woman feels genuinely heard and believes she can open up without fear of judgment, she begins to connect with you in a way that goes beyond surface-level attraction. At the heart of this phenomenon is something called the oxytocin effect. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, is released when a person feels emotionally connected to another. The same hormone strengthens the bond between a mother and child and plays a critical role in romantic relationships. When a woman shares personal thoughts and experiences with you, her brain reinforces the idea that you are someone she can trust and let her guard down around. And trust is one of the most potent triggers for long-term attraction. But here's where most men go wrong. Instead of simply listening, they jump into problem-solving mode, offering unsolicited advice or trying to fix whatever she's talking about. While well-intentioned, this approach kills the emotional connection by shifting the focus away from her feelings and onto logic. She's not looking for solutions, she's looking for understanding. Another common mistake is acting awkward, downplaying the moment, or brushing past it too quickly. This can make her feel like she misread the situation, causing her to withdraw emotionally. The key to deepening the connection is to validate her feelings without trying to take control of the conversation. When she confides in you, respond with something simple yet meaningful, like, "That means a lot. Not everyone knows how to open up like that." This acknowledges her vulnerability without making her feel exposed. If you want to encourage an even deeper emotional bond, say, "I appreciate that it's rare to have conversations like this." Statements like these make her feel safe, reinforcing that opening up to you was the right decision. What makes emotional connection so powerful is that it's rare. Most men don't understand how to create or sabotage it without realizing it. But when you get it right, it shifts the entire relationship dynamic. She stops seeing you as just another guy and starts feeling something more profound, something that keeps her thinking about you long after the conversation ends. Emotional intimacy isn't about grand gestures or perfectly scripted words. It's about presence, the ability to truly listen, and the willingness to hold space for her emotions without trying to control them. The men who master this skill don't just attract women, they leave a lasting impression that's hard to replace. Because while attraction may bring her closer, it's the emotional connection that makes her stay. Understanding the subtle ways women express attraction is a game changer. They may not say "I like you" outright, but their words have hidden meanings. When you recognize these cues and respond confidently, you shift the dynamic, allowing her to invest more in the interaction rather than leaving you second-guessing her intentions. The key is to remain composed, engage playfully, and never overanalyze. Attraction thrives on mystery, confidence, and emotional awareness. When you respond correctly, you create deeper intrigue and connection, making her feel drawn to you without even realizing why. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed these phrases in your interactions? How did you respond? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights on attraction, relationships, and the psychology of dating. See you in the next one.